This girl, I tell you what, everybody. This little firecracker is a pain in my butt. Because I have to stand here and guard this hose. Otherwise, she grabs a hold of it and drags off with it. Stay back. Captain, you're okay, boy. I'm not trying to be angry at you. I'm just trying to get this little mare of yours to back off of this tank. But she's being a little butthead. Listen, I will spray you if you don't back off. Now back off. Stay away from the tank. I shouldn't have to babysit it. I can hear Mango up there talking. Oh, it's because the ducks are up there. That's why. Ariel, my big fat doe in there. Yeah, she's in labor. She's 2 days early, which is okay because I'm pretty sure she's got triplets in her. The only problem is that they're going to look so much like her daughters that just kidded the triplets. They're going to look a lot probably like hers. I'd be surprised if they come out full colored babies. Stay back. You're like, she don't even go back very far even when you do that to her. She's a pain in the butt. I should be able to walk away from this, not worry about a horse grabbing the water hose and dragging it into their pen to chew on it. I shouldn't have to worry about that. But I have to right here with her because she's a pain in the butt. Oh. The 4 down there, they're like, it's okay. We don't touch the water hose, do you guys? Nope. Jill don't normally touch the water hose either. Do you, Jill? See, she needs some just topped off. So after I get Meg and Captain's done, we'll do hers. Right, Jill? Right, girl? I know. I haven't spent a whole lot of time with her, so she's a little shy when it comes to me. Say, I was the one that got you to where you were, huh? Between Dad and I. Yeah. See, you never had a problem with me. But my husband, she gets all the lovin's from him. Look at all that alfalfa you got sitting in there, girl. Look at that. We'll have to see coming May if you have a baby, or April or May, somewhere in there. If you have a baby or not. I don't. There's days that she looks pregnant, and there's days that I don't think she is. See? Look at that. Quit! Back off! Get away! What was that? 2 minutes I had my back turned? That's all I could do. Who is that? Hercules and Jazzy. So we got Hercules and Jazzy. Big fat Diamond's down stuffing her face at the bale. Then you got Maverick down there eating ice. But they got a water tank that's warm with water in it. Meg, get back. See, just having a little firmer voice toward her. Authority. Sometimes that works. Jazzy, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing, girl? Yes, what are you doing? Hi, sweetie. I know my gloves. I just don't know how to pet anybody with gloves on. Here comes Hercules. He's coming up behind you, girl. Chickens. Everybody's looking good. So possibly we'll have some new baby goats today. We'll see. So Ariel has actually bagged up, and she's been in here doing a lot of contractions. Tail coming up and down, tail coming up and down. We're laying down and up, and we got a little bit of goop hanging out right now, which is a good sign. But yeah, she's in labor, and I expect her to kid today. Look at them babies. That's Willow's, two of her triplets. Little Tinkerbell and the little buck kid. I was hoping to actually see her drink yet, but she's not quite got there. There's Mr. Little Cow's triplet, little Sunglue, little Buckling. He is stunning. Stunning. Man. I know they know how to nurse off of that. And I see that Willow's son knows it. Oh, it looks like she might be figuring it out too. Over there. Possibly. Maybe not. But yep. I've got the cage bottom of the one that the does were in this one. My ones that need to get fed out, or that'll be ready actually. So I moved them into this. I patched this up really good, put a new floor in it, and they're loving it. So I got to rake this mess right there up where they were, try to get that situated. And now I'm going to take this bottom off because it's got holes in it too. Get this side kit off and get this floor replaced. And then these bucks that I got here are going to go into this cage, and I'm going to see if my husband won't split. I thought about I could do 2 cages like this outside, but not. I don't want them quite as tall. But I do want them to be about, well, I guess it really wouldn't matter, I don't think. Even if I did them 6 foot tall and did the second layer like this, and then we stuck a roof on it, and then did something that we could taper a plastic piece of siding onto this, so then it would angle down, and then we could use a broom or a rake and scrape all that off every week onto the ground, wherever, you know. My plans were to put a set of cages right here, and then I would like another set over here, which I think I can only get maybe 3 or 4 right through here if I did just a single stack, and that's how my husband kind of wants to do them. But I'm thinking it would just be easier if I did them, kept the TSC cages like I've been using, because that's pretty much everything I got in here now is all TH cages instead of those 2 right there. Those are not. I'm not sure what they are. And those 2 brands right there, those are not either, and I'm not sure what kind they are. But the rest of these are TSC cages, and I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing, and try to get some more feed outs going, because I've got these buns I need to sex and get 4 more cages built. I've got these 2 up here that need to be pulled out next week, so that's an additional 4 more cages I need for a buck and doe, and that's how I'm going to do them. My bucks and does are going to be in feed out cages outside that are going to be for feed outs, and then any does that I think that I would like to keep, I will put into a single feed out pen outside. My bucks are going to get moved outside because they're spraying on everything, and I don't like that. So they're going to get moved outside, and they will stay outside. So I'm going to have to get down and get this doing it, and see what else I can get myself into. Little Tinkerbell, she's so sweet. Such a pretty little dainty thing. But yep, we'll keep you guys posted. Brand new kid. brand new kid, butt kid. Yep. Well, it's the next day. It's the 20th. I've been up all night. Half an hour to an hour every night going out and checking on Ariel. And I had to get a hold of my friend so she can come over here. The life of farming is so hard. Because I believe that Ariel's dying right now. There's nothing that I can do for her, really. I've treated her with everything I could possibly give her. I was told not to give her pain meds until she passes her placenta. She had 2 kids trying to come out at the same time. Let me collect myself and try to tell you guys the story. She started yesterday, as you guys know, on the beginning of this video. And 9 o'clock last night, I knew something was wrong after she had been pushing for 12 hours or so, and nothing's really happening. And I went in a couple different times during the night. The last time I went in her was around 2 something, and I came in and I'm like, I'm going to try to get some sleep. My husband got up, went to work. I got back up, went back out. She still had not, she's laying on the ground pushing and pushing and pushing, and nothing really happening. And it's noon right now, but I got a hold of my friend who bought Cecil. She came out. She was clear up to her shoulder. She said, there's kids down there. It feels like 2 at the same time. I feel a butt and I can feel some front legs. And she's like, which do you want me to grab? And I'm like, whichever one is easiest. So she grabbed the front legs, and the head kept going back. So she had to keep reaching back in there to get the head forward. I said, pull them out. That one looks just like Daddy Prince Brown and those little babies that you're hearing. That's her 2 little butt kids. The second one, we waited to see if she would try to give some contractions. She's just not really doing much contractions anymore. She's pretty wore out. So I told Heather, I said, well, let's go back in and grab that kid out and make sure she don't have another one in there. So she goes back in and she's like, I can't feel no feet. I'm trying to get feet. Got that one pulled out, and that one was very, very, very sluggish. I almost thought it was dead or wasn't going to live. It took a while. It still hasn't stand yet. And these were delivered about 10:45 or so, 10:30, 10:45, somewhere in there. The other one, he's standing out, walking around in there. I gave him some vitamins and some stress for lambs and kids, reliever to that one that's sluggish. I tried to get Ariel to drink some goat drench and some honey warm water. I think she took a couple sips and then started yelling because I didn't realize she had sunk her head down in it and was practically like drowning herself. So I hurried up and pulled her head back up because I had to put her head in the water so she could see what it was. And then I thought it looked like she was drinking. I don't know. So I pulled that away and put it on top of where the kids are outside, on top of their little hut, and just kind of watch. She tries to get up, but she drags herself. She screams. Her tongue was hanging out when I left her. She still has not passed her placenta. There's a lot of blood. I feel like that this is going to be rough if I lose her. But I already told myself that this was going to be her last year, possibly, to kid. And I've already decided that after her having such a bad delivery that she's now retired to be a milker only. but I don't even know if she's going to live. I'd take you guys out there, but I don't want to show her. She's in a lot of pain. I feel so bad. But these are things that you got to deal with. You know, I've got Cinderella buried here. I've got Carrot buried here, which were two of my oldest does that I had. Carrot was older than Odessa, but by 2 years. I think she was 12 when she passed. Odessa will be 14 this year, so she's already lived past Carrot. Cinderella was only 10. She'd got an infection and died from that. I didn't catch it in time, and when I was treating her, it was too late. This is things that we have to deal with as a farmer, the good and the bad. And a lot of times you don't see this on other channels. They don't show you the raw and true dealings when it comes to being a small farmer. Even a large farmer, you still have things like this. But being a small farmer, you get attached to your animals. I've had Ariel since she was a baby. It's so hard. It really is. You know, and then sometimes on YouTube I get these nasty comments about how, how can you take these kids away? Blah, 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 blah. And this is the way I've always done this. And this is the reason why you get so attached to your animals. Because when you have to pull kids, or you bottle feed babies like Ariel was, she was pulled at birth on a big dairy farm. She come from New Zealand, Michigan, off of a big dairy farm, Country Winds Creamery. And they pull them babies as soon as they're born. They give them heat-treated milk. They get heat-treated colostrum. And I gotta run to TSC and get some colostrum gel so I can give to these boys so they at least have a fighting start to life, because I went to try to see if I could get a little bit of colostrum out of her, and the one teat that I could reach, which is her left side, has got a big scab over the top of it, so I didn't want to pull it off and then her bleed. She's already in enough pain as it is. And my husband just said this the other day, we need to buy a bag of milk and have some other things on hand in case something happens. And I said, yeah. I said, because this would be very helpful if I had a doe that gave birth and then died afterwards. And then this is probably what's going to happen. So, excuse me for my sobbiness, but it's hard being a farmer. It really is. And it's hard to see comments come across your channel of rude people who say mean and hurtful things because they have no idea when it comes to actually doing this on your own, of how attached you get to each animal. And even though I know that some animals are for food that we raise here, I still am attached to them, even though I know that they're for food. My dairy goats I breed specifically for heavy milking lines. She is one of my foundation goats that I started off with, her and Zeus, right from Country Winds. Patsy is from a Country Wind doe that I had that I'm thinking about just keeping now. I'm thinking about keeping all my does because I've only got 3 now that's from Ariel. I've got 2 Lancelot daughters and then Willow that's out of Zeus. I was hoping to get a daughter out of Prince and her, but it's okay. I've got these 2 buck kids. I have no intentions of keeping them because I just got too much of everything else in her herd related. Or maybe I should keep one. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm so upset. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I ain't had no sleep. I'm emotionally drained. I'm stressed. See, I told my husband that if this ever happened to Odessa, I would be an emotional wreck. I haven't had Odessa since she was a baby, but I did buy her when she was a year old. Just like Cal, I bought Cal as a yearling, and I bought another doe with her, which was Blaze. She was a yearling, and she accidentally got it back in with her sire and got pregnant, and then we had little June that was born in June that we didn't know about. And that's where I got Lena, from the same herd. Well, from her friends' herd is what it was. And that restarted my herd back up. And then we went and got all these Country Wind dairy goat kids that were just a day or 2 or 3 days old. Like no later than that. I mean, Zeus, he was only 3 days old when I got him. Ariel, she was 3 days old. Mavis, his mother, she was like 2 days old. Then we had some Nubian Alpine mixes, Bella and Anna and Elsa, that we named, that were Country Winds. And there was Mona, there was Luna, that we all got from Country Winds. And I got out of the New Pines, is what they were called, which is the Nubian Alpine Cross. I got out of those, so I sold those and just stuck directly to the Alpines. And that's where I am with my Alpine herd today, some 8 years later or so. I had Oskenbergs when I was a kid, and then an Alpine when I was a kid. I showed Nubians as a kid. I mean, I've been around goats for a long time. And I just know that this is not going to be a good turnout. It's not. I want to say thank you everybody for watching this video. I will update you guys later today when we try to figure out what's going on with her, if she passes, if we have to bury her, whatever happens. I'm going to let you guys know about it in another video later today. I've got 2 other does that look suspicious. I don't know. I got one doe that's actually due today. That's Clarissa. So I'm just going to watch. Try to pay attention. This is what I'm supposed to be doing here for my job. Not that it's a job. I love this. I love doing this. I love being able to stay home. Not because I can, or not because I can, but because I want to. So I thank you guys for being here today. I hope you guys subscribe to the channel if you're not. Thank you to all our new subscribers, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. Till next time, God bless.